Hi, my name is Vince from My Mate Vince, and today I'm going to show you how I fixed a simple dishwasher fault. This dishwasher is a Zanussi. It's a ZDT41, and it's a couple of years old, and it probably does get used once every day or once every couple of days, but it developed a fault where once it was on, after maybe about 20 minutes or so, the RCD in the fuse box would trip out. And this kept on happening, so then basically we turn it off, leave it for a while, turn it back on again, it would finish the cycle, and the next day the same thing would happen again. So obviously I had to get to the bottom of it because it was knocking out half the electrics in the house. Now it was only 2 years old, so I was kind of surprised that it actually went faulty. And when I googled it, most people were talking about it might be a fault with the heater element, might have had a small pinhole in which was allowing water in, and then obviously the lives touching the earth, which is tripping out the fuse, but the RCD in the fuse box. Other people were saying that water must be getting into the pump. But I was kind of surprised because it's only a couple of years old, and my previous dishwasher in my last house, I think I had it for, must have had it for 10 years, and I never had any problems with it. As far as I know, I thought Zanussi was supposed to be an okay brand. So a little bit confused, but what I did is I went to the plug, and I got a little continuity tester, and basically I went between when it tripped, I unplugged it and I went between the earth and the live, and as you can see now, there's no continuity at all. If I was to touch the wires together, you can see that the needle goes across. So now the fault's fixed, but when the fault was on the line, it was similar. It wasn't a complete short like that, but it was roughly, if I just hold it in the same hand there, and the sweat from my hand will make the needle go across, it was roughly around that, and that was enough to knock out the RCD, because I've got quite a modern fuse box, so it was enough to knock out. So I thought, you know, what am I going to do here? But basically, it was a really, really simple fix. There's a rubber seal going all the way round, and I presume it's going to be the same on all dishwashers, and this particular bottom seal kept coming out. It kept coming out like that. And I wasn't too bothered because there was no water leaking anywhere in the house, so I presumed this was just to keep the water from leaking out of the dishwasher. But actually what was happening is, you know when the dishwasher's on, it generates a huge amount of steam, which you would know if you ever opened it mid-cycle to grab something out. The kitchen fills with steam when you open up the door. So what was happening is, the steam was working its way up here because the seal was no longer making a seal, and the steam was working its way up to obviously there's electrics up here, and the steam was working its way up, and it was shorting against the live electrics and the body of the dishwasher, which is earth. So yeah, that's what was causing the problem. So all I had to do was push this seal back in. I had to, can you see there's a metal channel here? I had to close it up ever so slightly. Push the seal back in all the way across, and since then the fault has disappeared. So the seal isn't just to stop the water from coming out of the dishwasher, it's to seal the dishwasher itself to stop the steam from coming up and causing it to short out, which will trip your fuse box. So I thought I'd do a quick video on this because this wasn't mentioned. I couldn't find any mention of this on YouTube, YouTube or Google, and it's a really, really easy fix. So if you find your seal coming away from anywhere in the dishwasher, just push it back into place, and you may have to bend the metal ever so slightly because to find out why the seal's coming off in the first place. But I think with this one, it just starts to work its way loose, and then every time you push in and out the tray with all the cutlery and the plates in, I think it was just catching it and making it worse and worse. But as I say, I wasn't too bothered about it because I didn't think it was important, but it turns out it is important. So since replacing that seal, it's working absolutely perfectly. Okay, I hope you found this useful. This is a Zanussi, but I'm sure the same applies to pretty much most dishwashers. Thank you, bye now.